My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Aethermancer. Alright, mythic difficulty again, of course. Of course. I'm not backing off of that. Now, what are we going to use as our starting creature and why is it the Sphinx? Sphinx. Trait, Exalted. At the start of your turn, apply Sidekick to this monster and applies 2 Essence to its attached minions. This monster cannot learn any attacks. Also has the perk Wild Generator +1, generates a Wild on strike. So basic heal generates Wind, Earth, and Wild. Bolster. Oh dear. Heals target ally for 2/6. Permanently increases their max health by 1 for the first time when used in combat. And then summon Wild Lance. Summons minion Wild Lance with 4 essence on target ally. Wild Lance increases wind damage by 1, and on action, does 1 5 damage wind hit against the target enemy. Right. So this is kind of like a buff that you play on a creature. Got it. I was wondering if they would independently act somehow. Alright, Sphinx. Welcome to the party, Mr. Gibberish. So immediately the next thing I'm looking for is damage, right? Like a primary damage unit, maybe a purging unit as well. Maybe it's Reggie. It doesn't have to be Reggie. Maybe it's Reggie. Grimoire. Interesting. That's purge. Does some decent damage too. Whenever your allies spend 2 ether of each element, Unleash Tome may be used once. Unleash Tome produces a powerful action without spending ether as a free action from a choice of 3 randoms. We steal ether, we apply burn. I mean, I'm leaning this direction already, but we've also got Hug Monster here. That's some health. I mean, admittedly, giving a bunch of additional max health to an ooze seems like a really good idea. Medusa. Lamentation of Woes. On Retaliate, cleanses debuff from himself for every 4 cleansed debuffs. Trigger an attack from 1/4 water earth damage to all enemies and apply 4 affliction to each enemy. So you being like a debuff, you don't necessarily have to be a tank, interestingly, because if you have poison and burn on you, both debuffs, poison triggers at start of turn, triggers retaliate, burn triggers whenever you expend your ether. So we could use that as the way to roll those retaliates in. Endure. Yeah, there we go. Heals all allies for 2/5, applies 3 poison to self and cleanses 1 corruption from allies on first use each combat. And Cleansing Strike cleanses debuffs from self. Less interested in Cleansing Strike, admittedly. Although this feels more like another heal all allies kind of situation, which I really don't need at the moment. I think I'm primarily looking for damage. Ooh! Hold up. If I'm primarily looking for damage, aren't I looking for the Naga? The Fearless Naga. When this monster has 1 or more force, it evades the first hit of each enemy attack and has Retaliate trigger a 2/2 fire water attack against the enemy. And just applies force to self with each action. I think this is my pair. Give me Naga. Damage and tank. We'll leave Naga without a nickname for the moment. Just directly above us. There isn't just any random items sitting around on the ground somewhere waiting for me. I think that's a bunch of gold. No! Alright. Fine. I didn't Void Blitz fast enough. I wasn't sneaky enough. Understood. Well, definitely want to increase someone's max HP here. But also, I can only shield if I heal. And the heal doesn't really do anything right now. That said, it's probably a good idea, at least. I'm not capable of stopping the enemies from doing anything here, so if they're going to attack regardless, I might as well also get my retaliate. And sidekick as well. Nice. Yeah, I mean, great opportunity to do a big self-heal there. Frustratingly, again, well, yeah, even with the sidekick, not going to be anywhere near enough. I feel like I really want someone with a shield to help round out this party. Because I'm really good at responding to damage, I'm just not really good at preventing it, and if I want to survive much longer, I'm really going to have to learn to prevent it. Much more damage than I was hoping to see on the top line right there. Summon a Wild Lance onto Naga. And then I can use that to remove one creature from the field. That and the Sidekick and the Wild Lance. And then Firestorm. Ooh, okay. The Fearless Attack Retaliate also triggers the Wild Lance going again. I'm starting to see what we can do here. Starting to get an inkling. I'm afraid to ask, but I'll do it anyway. What are you doing here in the void, man? What's that supposed to mean? Don't I look like I can defend myself? I apologize. I was just wondering what reason you had to go into the void in the first place. Well, the end of the world has come crawling up to our doorstep. And it's not like I'm getting a lot of customers right now, neither. So, I'm doing whatever I can to help with this old business in the void. Grant Mr. Gibberish or Naga 300 worthiness at the cost of corruption. I suspect it's a better idea to hit Naga right now because it'll immediately hit the first level up. Shield generator +2. Yeah, so at the start of every turn, the Naga now gets 2 shield. Definitely feel like that. I mean, obviously, I can't compare it exactly to the other thing yet, but it certainly feels like that might be the better of choices. I mean, I don't take down the ooze first. I was about to say, it's very easy for me to stagger the cockatrice, but I'm going to be targeting the cockatrice first no matter what. Okay, so definitely got to use a basic heal to start with here. Perfect. Toxic Slash, which we dodge a bit of, but unfortunately we respond to, causing the enemy... No, it doesn't cause the enemy to retaliate. Perfect. Right, of course, retaliate can't trigger retaliate. Whoa, what's going on here? It's offering me the ability to craft a memento. Right, this relates to something. Yes, I have the ability to craft mementos of creatures I already have the memento of in order to force them to appear at my next selection. I don't think I need to force the cockatrice to appear there. I also definitely think I have many other things that I'm going to want to hit instead. Yeah, let's pop a Wild Lance out on this field. Get him! Fiery Stabs, a Sidekick, Wild Lance attack. The enemy tries to hit us. Oh, no. I thought it was attacking the Naga, so I thought I was going to get my response there as well. Oh, never mind. I still get the retaliate just because poison triggered at the start of the round. Gotta make sure that I use bolster at least once per match. Mr. Gibberish. Leadership. As long as this monster has Sidekick, other allies have +2 damage. Not awful. Obviously, it expends quite quickly unless you're building a stupid amount of Sidekick. Clone summoning. When a minion is summoned on another ally, summon a copy of it attached to this monster. Both of them have half of the essence rounded up. So, minion, summon being, always attached to the monster. Minions trigger their action after any action of the attached monster. They grant a perk to their attached monsters. Affected by auras, 1 minion per monster. Cool. And essence. A minion's life energy without essence it dies gets consumed whenever a minion's attack triggers, and whenever the attached monster takes 5 or more unshielded damage from an attack. Got it. Right, so they're very vulnerable then. Impactful summoning as well. When this monster summons a minion, deal a 3 damage hit of the minion's elements to all enemies. Does not trigger retaliates. I mean, having both of those at the same time seems good, but having one without the other seems less so. Whenever this monster's action triggers. Well, actually, so Gibberish, if you summon a monster, summon a minion, that counts as an action that triggers the minion, because if you summon a minion on yourself, it makes it immediately attack. So it might immediately attack coming out of this as well, which sounds like some good tempo to me. Joust. Oh, okay. I'm thrilled to see these. Joust. On dedicated support action. So dedicated support action's different. It's can't be an attack and it can't be a free action. Can it be something? There's some that are support actions but not dedicated support actions. I suppose probably the ones that are also free actions. So Aquatic Armor, for instance, will trigger this. Applies 1 force and 1 sidekick to self. Interesting. Heroic Defense. While this monster has force, it has 2 additional defense, takes 2 less damage from every hit, and 1 less corruption from enemy attacks. And Shielding Winds. On wind action from any ally, shields that ally for 4. I like Shielding Winds because Wind Lance will trigger it. Granted, we don't have many things to trigger it at the moment, and I really think I should probably take Joust first here. We get a skill reroll. Oh my, you're a strange looking one, aren't you? I'm an Aethermancer, actually. My name is Syrinx. Ha! Well, I'm Kiefer. I'm a monsterkin. Did you get lost in the void too? No, I fully intend to be here. Oh, really? Perhaps you can help me finding this one herb then. You see, it's for Mayor Gustavo. He's been getting heartburn again recently. I'm pretty sure Gustavo would feel a lot better knowing you weren't endangering yourself inside the void. I know. It's not like I was trying to get lost in here. Alright, I'll head back to Pilgrim's Rest right away. The path behind you looks safe. By rescuing this character, you and your monsters have formed a bond to Pilgrim's Rest. And we've gained 2 corruption cleanse. Hell yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize this, but we do have elemental coverage now. Granted, we can't necessarily attack with all of these elements, but that's nice. At least if we encounter like a corruption challenge or an elemental challenge rather, we will always have a minion that can take it. All right. Again, I do want to do one last sweep to make sure that I'm missing 0 secret areas. I'm going to hit E a bunch. Let Mr. Gibberish check out the area, make sure it's A-okay. Is everything safe? Can we proceed? I don't want to miss out on those teeth. Oh. Almost missed out on those resources. Envoy, loot drop, or knights? Give me knight. No one has equipment yet. If we start to get repeated text dialogues, like, I'll stop performing the entire version of it. And I've noticed a little bit of that, unfortunately. Jazzy. Oh. Interesting. Sidekick, shield, and power. You are definitely good. There's also Dysnomia for weakness on the enemies. You are apparently a tank. We didn't find you especially good at tanking. But we also didn't have a shield member in our party at that time. Excuse me. Hiccup, hiccup. Sorathil. Good sidekick, power, and heal. Do I need you, though? And Eloise for healing, regeneration, and burn. I'm a little uncertain about this. So, my coverage so far. I've got healing. I don't have the ability to shield one specific target. There is a world where I could easily just take Jazzy as the target that allows me to shield my allies. There's also Purge, which I have absolutely no access of. So taking Dysnomia would start giving me some coverage there. Let's have a look at our party. Psychic heal summon, tank shield force. If I took Orthrus, I would overlap on sidekick heal. If I took Jazzy, I overlap on sidekick shield. I think it's gotta be Jazzy. I know you're in the last run, but the fact that you have both sidekick and shield overlapping with what we already have access to is really exciting. But adding into that, the fact that you also have access to power types seems like it might give me some ability to additionally scale.
Truly a beautiful pilgrimage path. Syrinx, how many monsterkin walked here before us?
I can't say for sure, but it must have been thousands from all over Terra State.
Ah, it feels nice to finally do the same. Given different circumstances, I might have done this sooner. You know, before it's been scattered around.
Speak some equipment. Meteorite on support action. Convert a random ether from wild ether into wild ether and shield cell for 2. There's also chain on single target attack. If the enemies have 6 or more ether, purge an ether. I like that a lot. I do take support actions. And in fact, the Jouster just committed to taking even more support actions. Although I guess Jazzy will also be taking a lot of support actions. And I guess Mr. Gibberish will also be taking almost exclusively, so you literally cannot attack. Alright, I'm gonna give it to Mr. Gibberish. Oh, there we go. Secret, secret, secret.
You really found me again. Congratulations. As promised, here's your reward.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming back. Glad to see I piqued your interest.
I have to say, You're highly unusual, and yes, fascinating. You mentioned that you'd ask a question next time we meet.
Indeed, I have thought of one. A rather simple one to start with.
What is wild ether made of? I'm going to say void because the void amulet constructs 2 wild ether.
Correct. Wild ether is an amalgam of all ether.
Just as white is a combination of all colors.
Most of the time, it remains wild ether, only for a short period before breaking apart, releasing its core 4 elements from within. To fabricate wild ether, one must first construct void, as void melts all ether together, forming a pure, albeit unstable conjunction. Some therefore believe the void itself is actually the purest form of ether. As expected of an Aethermancer such as yourself, here's your reward. I look forward to our next encounter.
And I do too. Oh, elemental challenge, and of course we have the coverage for it. Mr. Gibberish or Jazzy? I mean, the worthiness only really matters to Mr. Gibberish. He even managed to evade the monsters? Cockatrice first, right? I think so. So we can set up the stagger. We've already got sidekick set up. Basic attack would give us the ability to set up a wind lance as well. Two of them are attacking the Naga, so it's probably actually a better idea to take the aquatic action this turn, which would tend to suggest that we need the basic heal. Yeah, and honestly, mineralize as well, especially because we have 3 earth ether, so it's not really digging into a resource that I'm using a bunch of. There's that Peerless attack. Oh, big kicks, buddy. Yikes. I wanted to summon the Wild Lance this turn, but the enemies are mainly buffing themselves. They're doing Mineralize and Aquatic Armor, but because they don't have the same traits as me, those don't translate into damage for them. I mean, I really want to bolster anyone except for the Sphinx, but the Sphinx is the one that needs the healing. Oh yeah, both of the other targets have Sidekick on. Summoned Windlance, summoned my own Windlance. Okay, never mind. My own, or rather, Mr. Gibberish's does not trigger based off of that, unfortunately. Okay, that's going to cause a cascade of attacks. Which I'm more than fine with. It's just, do I want to get more force before I start it? Yes. All the Wild Lances go off, and then we've even got more sidekicks, so we can finish off this guy. Perfect. Okay, we've got a cascade going on here. Now all I need to do is get auras that affect their damage or a bunch of power. Okay, they're attacking the Naga. I'm going to take the opportunity to just bolster the Naga and heal. And then I'm gonna kill him with the Wind Punch because I forgot about the power of Sidekick. It's more turn per turn. Oh! Oh, that one shifted! Mandragora, it's shifted! I need to catch that. Priority numero uno, redefine, need to catch that. I definitely can't let it use Blossoming Strike on the first turn though, so we will be moidling this other Mandragora. Good clone. For resources' sake, I should probably attack. But with all of this incoming damage, I really feel like I should mineralize. Otherwise, I just lose the lances pretty much instantly. Righto. Not thrilled about how it appears like everyone's about to, like, kill me from every direction. Just seems really mean. I'd love to cast Aquatic, but I don't have anywhere near the right resources for that. I feel like I probably have to kill Totzelworm, which I can do with a basic attack. Use that to generate some additional resources. My main concern with that is that we leave Naga unshielded. We can either heal or shield Naga. It kind of feels like I need to do both. So I'll mineralize, and summoning Wild Lance definitely isn't the best idea. Just heal yourself, Sphinx. We're gonna have to get through this burrow turn. It's a bad one. Blossoming Strike for 15 damage to the top line. And a reset action of weakness, and then Blossoming Strike for another 15 damage to the mid lane. And guess what's about to happen? Whoa, no reset action. Right, because we haven't staggered you yet. That reminds me. We should stagger you. Really unfortunate that the Mandragora in the front line has found a way to get basically back to full health. How dare you nourish? And then reset action terror. Good lord. You two work together well. It's almost like you cut from the same cloth or something like that. Finish building those resources. Excellent. Now I need to slow play it a little because I only want to stagger this enemy. I do not want to kill until I stagger. Oh. Thankfully, I think that's it. Oh my god. We're still doing so much additional damage. I need to not, like, crit with something. There we go. We're fine. Yes! Our burst shifted. Mandragora shifted. It is a heal, regeneration, and terror rather than weakness. We've used bolster. We've done all of those things. Right, so one more heal, and then that'll finish the round. Via Wild Lance attack. Mr. Gibberish levels up and now has healing +1, as well as... Oh, hello. Summon Imbundalu. The minion, Imbundalu, has 5 essence on target allies, so that would be halved, rounded up to 3 on both of us. Imbundalu increases sidekick damage by 1, something all of our allies do. An action does a 2x3 wind fire hit against target enemy, and on interrupt, it applies 1 essence to itself, getting healthier. There's also an earth totem, which on action shields self at 4, generates earth ether. I think sidekick summon combo in Imbundalu, let's do it. Shielding wins on wind action from any ally. Shield that ally for 5. That is exactly what we want to see on you, Jazzy. Tome on single target attack, apply weakness. Admittedly, Naga does that a lot, but so does Jazzy with every sidekick. I feel like I want to leave something better for that slot on Naga. Oop, Tutzel. Sneaky little Tutzel worm over there. Anyone else anywhere else? Alright, yeah, this was just all the Watchers area, Lurkers area, rather. Come on, I've jumped way further than this before. Do I just not have line of sight? What's up? Alright, fine. I guess, would they appear shifted on the overmap? We're only 1 fire ether from being able to summon in Imbundalu. 2 units are attacking the bottom line, so win Hurricane Punch would be nice, but I can't use Hurricane Punch. This is a bit awkward. They're gonna do a lot of damage to the gargoyle. I guess I can Hurricane Punch, maybe? Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. Especially if it ticks some weakness on the target. Unfortunately, it also gives them strength. Ooh. A lot of poison for turn 1. Especially when I don't have a AoE heal in my body. Oh, that's not where you want to retaliate. I want to summon Impundulu. I do also recognize that doesn't really come with any damage just yet. And in fact, we wouldn't really be able to take advantage of it for a while, so we would just take a bunch of damage, which means we would lose Impundulu immediately. That's not the... maybe not my best plan. I'm gonna bolster because I need the health. Then Fiery Stabs to stagger the Cockatrice. Hurricane Punch for some defense. As well as to try and get that Cockatrice much closer to dead. Kill it next round. Oh, Toxic Slash managed to crit on its second hit against us, unfortunately. That's a lot of poison for someone who can't clear debuffs. Please, this fight is going too long already. Alright. I'm gonna have to start breaking out the Monster Flask consistently here, I think. Summon Impundulu. Okay. With the assistance of Impundulu, we can take a target off the field. Which then... although shielding this turn would really help. Does the shielding this turn help? No, I don't keep the shield until the poison triggers. That's so much poison. Stop it. It's so much damage. I literally do not have the damage to kill you. I literally do not have the damage to kill you. Huge amount of attack there. Still did not kill them. And if I let you finish this turn, buddy, you kill one of mine. What happens if I try to summon a minion when I already have a minion? Can I give you a minion and then I have 2 minions and then... No, just caused mine to attack. But that does now give us enough damage to finish off the enemy before the end of the round. Great. Oh, good lord. Yeah, that cost us a lot. Volcanic Guard. I have to say, I'm actually really thrilled to see this. Dedicated support action. We like those. Shield Self for 2x6. Apply Redirect to Self. On Retaliate, trigger a 2x5 Earth Fire attack against the target enemy. Also Precision Meteor, oh wow. 1x15 Fire Earth damage against the target enemy. On first hit, crit, plus 2 poise damage. And we will crit because of the Force. There's also Unstable Charm, applies 2 Force to target ally, and has a 1x4 Water Fire damage against target ally. Right, so you buff them, but you hit them. Causing a Retaliate trigger as well, though. I do feel like the best choice here is Volcanic Guard. That generating Sidekick and Force because of Joust, I think gives you the ability to defend and do a huge amount of damage at the same time. Got a monster soul for our troubles.
Oh boy. My monster's running out.
I've got another round right before the boss, or is the boss in here? Until end of combat, until end of run rather, 25% chance to get an extra experience at the end of a turn. Okay, we've got another segment of normal enemies. Poison is to be feared. Oh, an elemental affinity. I mean, I guess Mr. Gibberish? Because you're using your basic heal as a way to generate resources a lot. And I like both earth and wind. Maybe wind I want more now, though. No, earth, Volcanic Guard. Yeah, so your basic heal generates wind, earth, earth, wild. Sick. Okay, definitely glad I came over here to get a little more powerful before then exploring. Ooh. I will give gold for ether crystals, as is my will, until I have all of the upgrades. Oh. What is that? Excuse me? I mean, okay, I've seen Jotun. You were on all of the cover art, and you were an option at the very start of the game. Who is this? Oh god, what am I supposed to do here? I guess Wormling's supposed to be my first target, I think, but I'm also not good at doing additional water damage, so I'm not certain about that, but I guess it should probably be this guy. Look at that big sword. Who are you? And what do you do? You look like a protagonist from a PS2 era video game. Your name is Cat Zerka. Trait, Critical Mass. On crit, 50% chance to apply a random buff to self. When this monster applies a buff, heal the buff monster for 5. And on crit, deal a 3 damage wild hit. Yeah, so you're just gonna... Oh boy. You need to die yesterday. I'm afraid you need to not be. Oh, that's a lot of damage Jotun's looking to do to our top line. Reflective Strike? 4x3 Wind Earth and applies Redirect to Self. And Cat Zerka, what are you doing? That is support. Applies regeneration to all allies and sidekick to self. Got it. I feel like getting more sidekick consistently... Can't really do too much with Volcanic Guard here unless... 14... Actually, I do think Volcanic Guard would be a really good idea. I think the basic heal should give me enough wild to generate it. Yeah, there we go. Start the sidekick parade. Get him with a volcanic guard. It just flipped its whole sword. It's so cool. I don't know how I'm gonna stagger it. I'd have to get sidekick after. I really don't know how I can stagger that, actually. Also, it's about to Fire Blast for infinity damage, so if I can stop it from taking an action, I probably should. Ugh. There'll be more cat zerkers in the future to catch. I feel like I have to lose my run if I want to get this guy. I'd rather not lose the run if I could avoid it. Summon a Wind Lance for some additional shielding. And then we've got Hurricane Punch, which gets redirected, which I wasn't thinking about. That's gonna be a problem. Well, looks like we will be taking this attack. Not thrilled about that. Use a Monster Blast to try and prepare against it. I kind of want to just attack through it, go for the fiery stabs, but I know that I take a ridiculous amount of damage, so I can't afford to. Thankfully, the first one misses, because we had Force. Causing our Retaliate, and then our Sidekick, and then our Wind Lance attack. You got staggered. Don't die now. Don't you dare die now. It's a roll from Jotun. You have redirected now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Cat Zerka, critical regeneration and sidekick. You are a fire wind creature. Unfortunately, our enemies are planning to do a bunch of damage points, so I'm going to try and make them do that against our tanky guy. Right, yeah, he's got redirect, of course, so I can't attack the Cat Zerka. Right, yep, no, I knew that. Yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Get him with Wildlands, though. 14, all good. Would have loved to dodge that with a Force. Oops. I mean, wait, no, Jotun's gonna reset this turn. I was about to say, wait, hang on. Never mind. I was about to say, hang on, we might be able to craft a memento of Jotun in this. I'm out of mementos to craft. Pardon me, I have some crying to do. I'm in a state of shock, but it's something new. I guess it all depends on your point of view. Alright, got an Impundaloo on the field. Now I'm hitting them with a fiery stabs and then a sidekick, and then the Impundaloo goes. Wild Lance follows up. I feel like I'll do okay against the Warden. I just need to get there. And the getting there I don't feel as good about. Aura for +5 evasion and crit percent chance for every ally. I will give that to Naga, but it's going to get overridden very quickly. That's a shifted Orthrus as well. I'm decent at doing wind attacks. I can't leave Orthrus alive that long. All right. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah!
Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking at. Oh, I really do want to do the Wind Punch. The only problem with the Wind Punch is it gives me a bunch of shielding on a character who is not being attacked this turn, which is very inefficient. I will, however, just deal with it. No, I don't have a member! Never mind. No, you're sad about it, not me. That's how it sounds to be fine, actually. Just set up Volcanic Guard. That should be good. Actually. Dodge a little bit of the Explosive Rush, take a bunch of damage. Get him back with a Fearless attack. And then a Volcanic Guard. Intercept a basic attack and do the same. Oh, only the Volcanic Guard that time. Get some more permanent health on Naga. Let's throw out a Fiery Stabs. One Cockatrice here. Explosive Rush is probably gonna, do more damage than I have Shield, unfortunately. But next turn, I should have no problem finishing off that last Cockatrice there. Impundaloo does Wind Fire, which would be a lot more effective. Okay, so we'll run Fiery Stabs on the top line, use Wind Lance to set up a... Oh, it doesn't do as much damage as I thought. Now the enemy's going to get a bonfire off for free. That is a mistake. Yep, that bonfire is more healing than I wanted them to have. Tell you that reset action burn isn't as much as I wanted either. Can I summon in Impundaloo and then attack multiple times? That's the question on everyone's lips. The answer will not surprise you. My God. We trigger 6 attacks per attack. It's so good. Jazzy levels up. Interesting. Interesting. Snowy Embrace shields all allies for 2x5, heals all allies with a debuff for 2x4. I kind of think I just need that. I don't give debuffs to my allies, but if I get in another scrape with poison and I don't have this, I just lose. There's also Icy Assault, 5x4 Water Wind against target enemy. Huge, huge hit. Petal Spell, 2x3 Water Earth against target enemy. Cleanses 2 debuffs from self and applies Sidekick to self. However, Snowy Embrace also shields for 30, which means it applies to Sidekick to self. On Jazzy, specifically. Again, another Monster Soul. Why can't it be a Memento, huh? What do you got against giving me mementos? Don't want me to remember you? Let's release a soul, and I'm gonna give the Naga the additional health, courtesy of the hole it keeps getting hit in the face. Jazzy also feels like would benefit from additional health. Which loot drop rare. I'm gonna change anyone's. No, everyone's got pretty good stuff actually. Merchant, I'll get one of those at the end of the zone for free. All right, of course I don't need to be back here. All right, let's do loot drop. Blade. Okay, this one's going on Naga. Crit chance, 15%. At shield generator 2. So at the start of the turn, we just generate 2 shield. But also, I'm pretty sure Naga just has shield generation 2 at the moment as well. So that's 4. If my math works out right. Hang on. 2, 3. Sorry, lost count. Sorry, lost count again. 2, 3. 4. Oh, it didn't even take a whole hand. Yeah, it is 4. All right, buddy. If I can just keep my corruption under all of my health, I'll be happy about it. Enemies using a purge, but one of theirs is directed against our Naga. Good to see. We shield all allies a bunch? Certainly not. I mean, I'm not going to apply redirect, so I don't... Well, Volcanic Guard actually would be a huge amount of hits against the enemy this turn. Just casting Volcanic Guard. Yeah, actually, unfortunately, that slaps. We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it for the slaps. I definitely don't want to trigger the sidekick yet, so I'll use Mineralize instead. Because triggering the sidekick would mean triggering Force, which means avoiding a dodge that I could get. And the Fearless Attack. And then also the Volcanic Guard. Then your next attack. Perfect. And then the Volcanic Guard again. Neither of these attacks are going against the Naga. Bad. I would call that bad with a capital B. So this is going to be a stagger the enemy kind of turn, if I had to guess. I can stagger very easily by summoning Impundaloo and just doing any attack. Which attack do they still get to do if I stagger them? I'm pretty sure it's the bottom one. Yeah, it is. I suspect I should probably go with Mineralize here. And then Fiery Stabs to set up the sidekick as well as exploit our Friend's sidekick. Hey, that Impundaloo actually managed to stagger as well, so that's interrupts. You gained 1 essence for doing so. Enemy stacking and taking 50% more damage. Volcanic Guard would be incredible this turn, seeing as we can't really stop those attacks. Also, just some single target damage against the enemy would be lovely as well. Ooh. Factually, I'm going to specifically not attack this turn in order to not lose any of the stacks of force. Because then we cancel the first hit of Pollen Blast and get our double response here with Fearless Attack. Oh no! Yeah, the problem with it is you need force for Fearless Attack to occur, but then Fearless Attack will eat your force, because force is just crit on next hit. That's a lot of damage. That's too much damage, buddy. Big reaction, sure, but that was a lot of damage you just did. Like, I can't let you get off the hook on that one. I was shielded, and that's half of my health bar. Did I tell you I need that health bar? Sorry, maybe I just didn't tell you. Maybe you're just unaware. Can't imagine you being intentionally that rude. Stone Punch has a lot of damage on it now. This is a 4x8, so it's doing 32. God, so it's doing 16 past my health bar as well. I'm gonna Snowy Embrace here, which, thanks to the debuffs on my allies, will also heal them a decent amount. And I really do feel much better about defending here. I can get up to 26 shielding. I should probably use Aquatic Force then, yeah. The enemy Volcanic Guarding. There's your Stone Punch for 24 damage because you have to miss the first one. Then we fearlessly attack against you, hit you with Sidekick. Then that triggers your response as well, which was a lot of damage against the Sphinx. Why was that the Sphinx's fault? Definitely going to be staggering the enemy this turn. Don't have to worry about that too much. Snowy Embrace, again, with those debuffs on allies, like, we get a huge amount of sidekick out of this, as well as a huge amount of healing. And shielding. Let me not mention the shielding. Nice work, Impundaloo. And let's definitely take the opportunity to generate some resources. Echo's still a lot of damage. Just because of the amount of power the enemy has. Good lord, it's up to 7 now. I really need to kill you this turn or next. I feel like I don't have that. Ooh, with that Stone Punch, I might not have that many turns. By which I mean, the thing that I just said about 2 turns, I don't think I have that many. Yeah, I can't make you only do one of those. So I think I don't think I redirect this turn, because if I redirect, then all of this goes against the same target, which is just too much. think I do want to summon another Impundaloo. It'll really help our damage because we're going to be using a... we're going to be using a lot of abilities on this guy and attacking a lot with him. I might be able to just get there. Yeah. Woo! It took all the Impundaloo we had, but we made it. Also, Mr. Gibberish and Naga both level up here. Oh, Gibberish! Joust also on dedicated support action, which I think you can only do dedicated support actions. Yes, indeed. Applies 1 force and sidekick to self. That seems pretty good. There's also quicken summoning. If this monster has not used a free action in its turn yet, it can use any summoning action as a free action. Yeah, I do want you to have the ability to apply more sidekick to yourself. I do like summoning being a free action, admittedly, but I think Joust first, and then we'll get summoning to be a free action. Sacred, at the end of your turn, if this monster has less than 8 shield... Protector. Aura, as long as this monster has redirect, allies gain 1 defense and 1 shielding. I do think that's really impactful. And if I am going to be doing Volcanic Guard stuff consistently, I feel like I can probably pick this up safely. There's also Recovery. Corruption Cleanse +2. At the start of your turn, the monster heals itself for half of the damage it took last round. Realistically, this is a decent amount of healing. Unfortunately, it's in response, and enemies kill me in a single turn, most often. So really, we need to be slowing their damage rather than responding to it. Deck of cards. Thank you kindly. Let's head to the merchant. Pilgrimage Path. Thousands of monsterkin come here every year, facing the dangers of the fractured ruins, just to visit the ruins of Vigil, the supposed holy city. I admire those fools. I truly do. It's Admiral, that's for certain. Care to buy anything? Epic chain! Oh my god, this is actually incredible. It only costs 15. On single target attack, if the enemy has 4 or more ether, purges 1 enemy ether. Also, start combat with sidekick and +10 max health. Considering how often the Naga is going to be hitting, given its own sidekick generation and the fact that it jousts and retaliates, this is going to turn you into a Purge Lord as well. Absolutely. There's also these boots. Chromatic Scroll, break 3 poise on target enemy. I gotta tell you, Chromatic Scroll appeals deeply. I'm actually gonna click it. The boots are also pretty good. It's evasion 20%, shielding +1, so putting that on Jazzy in particular seems like a good idea. Wild Conversion converts the first ether generated each turn into wild. Nice. But yeah, definitely needed to take the Chromatic Scroll. We saw how much difficulty I am having purging some elements. Always want to hit 1 bonus experience. I'll take the Monster Soul as well. 20 Corruption Cleanse from all allies. And we are ready for the start of the next episode to head into the next area. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Aethermancer. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, and future. If you would like your name to be one of the names of the minions in-game, you can support the Patreon over linked in the description down below, at or above the thank tier. See you next episode.